and welcome to our Catholic Kitchen. I'm Jennifer and this is Kate, and every month we like to test out a new to us recipe from a different Catholic cookbook.
So today we're going to be cooking with the popes and also playing with fire.
Sort of. So it should be a very interesting time in the kitchen today.
So let's go ahead and get started.
So as Kate mentioned, today we are dining with the popes using a recipe from this book, Buon, Appetito, Your Holiness, Secrets of the Papal Table. So we'll be dining today with Pope Pius IX, more on him later, using a recipe for Bordeaux risotto.
And then since Pentecost is coming up on May 28th, we're going to be experimenting with different foods that can represent a flame and making a sort of flame-themed charcuterie board.
And in honor of the Holy Spirit and the fruits of the Holy Spirit, we are making a fruit salad. We found this recipe for easy fruit salad from Julie's Eats and Treats online, and we'll link that for you below. But it has a couple of secret ingredients in it that are just very intriguing. We definitely wanted to try out this recipe.
So we're going to start with a little bit about the cookbook first. For those of you who love to read cookbooks as well as cook from them, you will love this one. It has very interesting biographies of 26 different popes, including the highly controversial Pope Joan, who may or may not have ever existed. Most scholars say she didn't. And then it has different recipes for what these popes would have eaten at a typical meal.
So it's a combination food history of the Vatican and also different stories about the popes. For instance, there's a story in here about Pope Martin IV who loved eels, and evidently he died after overindulging on his favorite eel dish. So if you like to cook with eels, that recipe is in this book. There you go.
And so some of these recipes are from way back when.
Way back.
And they're very free and loose with their directions. So we're hoping the one we picked is legit.
A real recipe?
Yes, but I don't know.
We'll see.
We are a little nervous about working with this cookbook.
Yes.
So we're going to start first with the fruit salad since it needs time in the fridge to chill. And for that you need fruit of your choice, basically, then vanilla and almond extract and vanilla pudding mix.
It was the combination of the two extracts and the vanilla pudding that really interested us. We just definitely wanted to try that out.
Of course, you don't need something like that. You could just cut up the fruit and have a fruit salad that way, but we're really interested to see what this does to the fruit salad.
Is it gonna be the best fruit salad ever? We don't know. And of course, it would be really cool if you had 12 different kinds of fruits, but honestly, who's going to be counting? It's just the idea of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. I think everyone can enjoy a fruit salad, even if it doesn't have 12 different types.
So we first started by making our glaze with the vanilla pudding mix and the two extracts. And this is where it went wrong. As you can see, it is very clumpy, and we tried to thin it out with more extract and water, but it didn't work. So then we moved on to the fruit, and we just have a variety. We have some oranges and some strawberries. Added those to the glaze. Then we added in some blueberries and some apples. Then we cut up a pineapple and use a little bit of that. And then we did the same thing for a watermelon, just cutting up a little bit. So added those all together and mixed them up in hopes that a glaze would form, but it never did. And of course, our helper.
So next we're going to put together our flame charcuterie board. It was a lot of fun going to the store, just trying to find things that could represent a flame. It could be a lot of fun with kids also, just to sort of let them loose and see what they can come up with.
Yeah, we definitely had fun in the store. So of course, strawberries are the classic Pentecost flame food, but watermelon could also work, so we're considering using that. We had the most fun looking at the snacky type foods. We found these Nan Crisps that look like little flames, mini Doritos, gotta love those, super healthy right here, right? And then we have a fun idea for how to combine our Triscuits, cheese, and red peppers. So you'll see what we do with those.
So we started with a base of crackers for the board. And then cut some little flames out of cheddar cheese. It looks kind of weird, but you'll see what we're doing here. And then we added to those flames by cutting up little bits of pepper. So it was really cute, it looked like that. And then we added some of our chips on the outside. Just keep adding to the whole flame theme idea. Then we added some strawberries.
So as you'll see, we're going to be trying the risotto
Recipe from Pope Pius IX, and just a little about him. He was Pope during the 1800s during a very turbulent time, so he didn't have the easiest pontificate. He was known for being an ascetic, which means he was very self-disciplined, very frugal, and also, interestingly, he was also said to have been jinxed.
During his life, he had lightning hit the carriage he was in, and then the tent he was saying mass in, and he had more than one run-in with Italian bandits. And often stray bullets or fireworks would hit the porch at Castle Gandolfo where he was.
Yeah, so he definitely did not have a boring life, but as you mentioned, he was very self-disciplined. He would get up early every morning and then work all the way through the morning until he broke for lunch at 2 p.m. So he would attend to papal matters all morning, including defining the dogma of the Immaculate Conception on December 8th, 1854. Yes, he was that Pope. But 2 p.m. would come, it was lunchtime, and frequently for lunch he would have some type of risotto and then a piece of fruit tart or maybe a cream puff, because evidently he had a little bit of a sweet tooth.
So now on to the risotto. For that, you need Bordeaux. We couldn't find anything, couldn't find it anywhere. So
our store didn't have the white board. We're not wine drinkers here, so it was a challenge.
Yep, so we did some research, and something like white wine or apple cider vinegar, even grape juice will work as a substitute. So we just got some cheap white wine.
Sorry, Pope Pius.
We're gonna use it.
Then he would have a heart attack, right?
Then you need cream or half and half, olive oil, rice, butter, salt and pepper, an onion, and Parmesan.
And also chicken bouillon to make chicken stock, or if you have chicken broth already, that's perfect. So this recipe does present a couple of challenges up front. For instance, it calls for a glass of cream. Now, what is a glass of cream? We're not sure. We looked around online, but we couldn't really find a solid answer. So we're just gonna go with 1 cup of cream and keep our fingers crossed.
Hopefully we don't end up with the rye bread situation that we had in this video where it turned out so weird. Hopefully we don't go there again.
No,
we don't want to do that.
So we're
hoping.
say a prayer for us.
So we started by chopping up some onion first, and then heating up some olive oil and some butter in a non-stick pan. Then we added in the onions and cooked those for a while, and then added in the rice. Then we poured out a glass of wine because the recipe literally said glass. So we took our best guess here. That may not have been right. So we added that in, and then added in some chicken broth in little portions. And then finally we added in the half and half. And then just kept stirring that and letting it cook. Added some salt and pepper to taste. Then we added in a little bit more butter and some Parmesan cheese. And then dished it out and added some more cheese on top.
Okay, so here we are. Our risotto is finished, and we had our doubts about it, but it actually looks kind of legit. So here we go. We'll taste it.
That's good.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know if I would just run out and invite Pope Pius IX to come have lunch with us, but
It is good.
It is good. It probably would make it again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we thought the fruit salad would be a sure thing.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
I don't know what we did wrong. We followed the recipe, but there are chunks of pudding in here, which might taste good,
Yes.
but
the pudding mix combined with the extracts, it wasn't enough to make a liquid of any
Glaze.
sort. Yeah,
Right.
to make a glaze.
and while it might
So-
taste good, if you have picky eaters, I know that our boys will look at this and say, what are those chunks in there? So we're gonna taste it and see if it still tastes good.
It does taste good.
It tastes perfectly fine, delicious fruit salad, but it does look a little bit weird with the pudding specks. So back to the drawing board on that one.
And then lastly, we have the charcuterie board, which turned out well.
Yeah, it was so
Cute.
much fun to put together, and it's just really festive for Pentecost, and you could tailor it to however you want, you know, but we're going to go ahead and taste the mini Doritos. Yeah, just as you would expect. Okay. And then the Triscuits with the cheese and the red peppers. I feel the power of the Holy Spirit, sort of. Okay, and then the little flaming nan bits, we'll see if they're spicy or not. Yeah, they're not too spicy, but they definitely have a pizza-like kick.
All right, so that was our May cooking. Definitely some mixed results this month.
Definitely. The risotto, I think, was a surprise hit. We were worried about cooking with the old-time popes, but the popes came through for us. And again, this is such a fun book to read. It would be great for a history lover, homeschooling, just a cookbook lover. You know, anybody could like this book.
And then the
Fruit salad. Okay, so we always try to keep it real on our channel. We're not hiding anything from you, and it looks really awful. But
it tastes good.
it tastes fine.
But
We are going to eat it for
yes,
sure.
we'll eat it, get some yogurt or something.
It will make a
But-
good breakfast type of something. Yeah. And then the charcuterie board again. It was fun to make and fun to eat.
Yes, it was.
Let us know down in the comments, do you make risotto? Or if you have a really foolproof fruit salad recipe, next time you might just chop and mix.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for cooking with us, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you in June. Bye.